Okay, what's happening, everybody? We have some interesting things to talk about. So Elon Musk at it again with his conversations on Twitter about crypto. This time it's NFTs, and want to unpack this a little bit. A lot of people have questions here. It's interesting to say the least. So recently he changed his profile picture. It looks like within the last 7 hours or so, and you could see it's all of these pictures of apes, right? It's BAYCs. And he followed up this act by saying 6 hours ago right here, on his Twitter account, I don't know, seems kind of fungible, right? So he's seemingly playing on the fact that NFTs are, in long form, non-fungible tokens. And he's saying, well, it looks pretty fungible here, right? And kind of poking fun. At least that's what it seems like here about NFTs. And so interestingly enough, there was this little clip with Gary Vee talking about NFTs and his take on the response, or his response to Elon's tweet. He joined the team over here. Blockworks captured it, and I want to show this to you, and then we'll respond. So let's listen in here to what Gary Vee had to say in response to this.
NFTs have been dropping in value. Just this morning, Elon Musk has changed his Twitter profile picture to a montage of Bored Apes NFT images.
Bored Ape Yacht Club,
tweeted,
right?
Kind of fungible.
I don't know. Seems kind of fungible to me.
NFT, fungible?
Yeah.
Or not.
Joining us now is a big believer in NFTs, Gary Vaynerchuk, founder and creator of VeeFriends. What do you
Gary Vee.
That to me looks like he's saying, yeah, you may own one of these apes, but they're out there and I can easily just put it up on my profile picture. So why pay for something like that? Is that what he's saying, Gary? How do you view what Elon Musk's point is here?
I'm not sure. I think Elon's got his, finger on the pulse, and obviously Bored Ape is one of the great projects in the NFT space. I mean, I can take a picture in front of a Lamborghini outside. Doesn't mean that I own it. I could take a picture outside of a building in Manhattan and say I own it. Most people are bringing their internet brain to the blockchain, so they say silly things like that. The blockchain is a ledger that shows ownership. This is what always happens when there's big technology changes. So I'm empathetic to the point of view, but just by clicking or putting a picture doesn't mean you own it, just like in real life.
All right, so we're going to get to the second question here, but I want to respond to that. I agree with Gary Vee here that a lot of people just don't yet understand. And let's face it, I don't think any of us fully understand where we're going here with NFTs and metaverse. We just know that they're gaining popularity and our world is getting more digital, and there's going to be a big place for these type of technologies in our future, right? We've also talked about NFTs in real world use cases going beyond the JPEGs that we see from BAYC. Now, I would argue that BAYC has already kind of gone past just the, JPEG image. They've created now a very strong, tight-knit community of very influential people who hold these NFTs, who then have a say-so in what happens with the ApeCoin community, which is now a token. So there's something brewing here. What exactly it is, I think that's what Gary Vee is getting at, that you can't just take an old technology and adopt it to this new technology, which is NFTs and the blockchain. But listen in here to the second question and Gary Vee's response.
Right. Then again, you have to eventually separate the wheat from the chaff.
Well, that is the far more interesting point. As everybody who's watching this knows, in 97, 98, 99, 2000, Wall Street gave outrageous, obnoxious valuations of 14 billion, 34 billion for internet companies because they properly sensed that the internet was going to be one of the biggest technology shifts in our society, but the economics did not make sense against the companies at the time. And over the last 25 years, we've seen those different companies that did those things go on to do that. I think the same thing's happening with the NFT space. The consumer blockchain is going to be a profound change for everybody watching this right this minute. But to your point, and I've been saying it over and over, 97, 98, 99% of the projects today are going to be overvalued because they're not going to be able to keep up with the supply and demand curves. It's going to take time for NFTs to penetrate mass scale. And so that's what everyone who's deciding to invest in NFTs needs to think about. What's going to be the Amazon, eBay, and PayPal of this generation? Because the rest of them are going to be very, very, very ugly when it's when that time comes.
I agree 100% here with Gary Vee and his take. And basically what he's saying here, similar to the .com era, right? The age of the internet, there were a few big winners, right? But so many things were overvalued and people got wrecked. That is going to happen and kind of already is happening in the crypto space, right? We have over 18,000 different cryptos. How many different crazy amounts of NFT projects that come out? Sure, there will be some big winners here, and maybe they're not even out yet. Maybe they haven't even been created yet. Maybe these will all be fads. It's interesting to think about, but just wanted to bring you this perspective. Let me know your thoughts about all this down below. Do you think what BAYC has built is built to last? If you do, you probably like ApeCoin as well. I'm under the belief that it is, because I know that things can go south, but I think the first mover advantage that BAYC has, and now ApeCoin attached to it, and the community they've built, and the very influential people who hold these NFTs, and the community that's been built up, they can literally attack anything now, whether it's metaverse, whether it's gaming, and we're seeing it happen in real time right now through the ApeCoin ecosystem. So I do think the network effects that they've grown up here will pay dividends and have them be a mainstay here. But NFTs as a whole, they're going to evolve, right? Right, like your deed when you buy a house will probably be an NFT one day, right? Because it's on the blockchain, it's safer there, it is stored there much better than other older technologies would allow us for. So that's kind of my 2 cents. Let me know your thoughts about it down below. Just wanted to bring you up to speed on this because I thought it was an interesting story. And a little lighter note, of course, too, we do have the Fed meeting coming up a little bit later this afternoon, and that should be interesting. So we'll see what happens. I will catch you all in the next video. Patreon link down below in the description if you want to come join us today. I Trust Capital if you want to start your crypto IRA today. That link is down there as well. See you guys.